Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you are new to my channel, hi, I am the incredible shrinking Steffi and I am on a journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight of 374. I started my YouTube channel when I was 291 and I've lost almost 40 pounds now in 3 months. So I'm super glad that you're here. Okay, so I realized looking back at my other videos, I say super all the time. Like super a lot. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Give me a like, comment below, tell me where you are at on your journey because I truly love to hear from you and see how you guys are doing. And it's so important to just do this together, you know? We should never ever have to do this alone. So it's results week and I'm gonna tell you how I did last week. The prior week I did the 5-day keto egg fast. So if you didn't catch that video, I'll put it in the cards at the end of this video so you can just click on it. The egg fast was super successful. Again, super, I told you, I say it all the time. It was super successful for me. I lost 8 pounds last week on the egg fast. I will definitely be doing it again for sure next month. But going into this week, I knew it wasn't going to be a big week. So anyway, I'm gonna share my results with you that I had this week. Also, I'm gonna give you some tips on how I've been losing my weight and how I've lost almost 40 pounds in just 3 months. So definitely stick around. Okay guys, so first, never mind my hair. I don't even know what's going on up there, but I am all aboard the hot mess train today, so you guys are just gonna have to bear with me. I know you guys don't come to my channel to look at my hair, so that's a plus for me today. All right, so let's get into the results for this week. I started last week at 253 and man, there was so much fluctuation this week, which obviously, yeah, I lost 8 pounds on the egg fast. I just came off of a fast, a detox. So obviously my body is gonna be like, well, what the heck are you doing here? So my weight fluctuated a lot. So I ended the egg fast at 253. And the next 2 days, I actually lost 2 pounds. I saw 251 and then it went to 254 and then it went to 252 and then 253 and it was just up and down like crazy. So the last couple of days, I really got back into my fasting schedule. For some reason, I sort of got out of that and I was eating more than I was supposed to. So I just kind of felt like I needed to fast and, you know, get that water weight off because that was exactly what I was gaining was water weight. So the last couple of days, I kept it super low carb, I kept it really low carb and got back into my fast, my 18-6 fasting schedule. I stepped on the scale this morning and I'm 252. So I'm really happy about that. I lost 1 pound this week, 8 pounds last week, 1 pound this week, heading in the right direction. And that is always a plus for me. So I'm really happy with this week. I have lost 39 pounds total in 3 months. I'm only 1 pound away from losing a total of 40 pounds. And I actually saw it on the scale this week. I did see 251, which would be a 40-pound weight loss for me. So I know that it's coming soon. I'll be that 40 pounds. But I want to be 240 by my birthday by next month, December 21st. So I have 12 pounds to lose before December 21st. And I have like a month and a week, month and 2 weeks, something like that. So I'm going to have to work really hard if I want that to happen. But I got goals, baby, and I'm going to reach them. So as always, I have to say this to you, I'm not a doctor or a medical professional, so please do not take any medical advice from me. This channel is just based off of my personal experience, my weight loss. So if you do have any questions, please always consult your doctor. So I'm gonna give you some tips on what's working for me. I've tried to lose weight so many times in the past, and I feel like this time is different because I'm just committing this time. You know, my mind is right. So obviously tip number 1 is always make sure that your mind is right. Get your mind right before you start your weight loss journey. You can't just go in it half-assed, not even believing in yourself, thinking, oh, well, I'm just gonna give it a shot. No, you go in and say, I've got this. No matter what kind of obstacles I come across, no matter what kind of struggles, I'm going to reach my goal. I know it's gonna be hard. I know it's gonna be painful, but you know what? Nothing worth having ever comes easy, and always make sure that you remember that. Always, always, always get your mind right first before you go into it. So tip number 2, obviously your diet. Your diet has to be on point, and that is what's been working for me. I'm doing keto and I love keto because it's what works for me. I love the foods that I eat. I love the way keto makes me feel. It gives me more energy. It suppresses my appetite. It kills my cravings. I never ever get sugar cravings. Only the first week when you get your body into ketosis and you go through those sugar withdrawals, that's the hardest week of your journey, as long as you stay on track. If you do keto, but then you continue to cheat and you continue to eat sugar, that is just putting yourself in complete misery, honestly, because you are feeding that sugar addiction over and over and over again, and you're just making it absolutely miserable for you. So commit to the diet. If you want to do keto, then go all in and do keto, but don't put yourself through that. It's okay to have cheat days once in a while, but not all the time, especially when it's sugar, and especially when you have a sugar addiction like I do. So I do not cheat. I don't. And I want to lose as much weight as I can, as fast as I can. So I have goals. I did have a cheat day a few weeks ago, which spiraled into this whole addiction mess again. You know, I woke up that addiction again, and I struggled a lot, but then I overcame it, and then I did the egg fast and got myself back on track. But I have to ask myself, you know, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it to have a cheat day? If it is, then great, more power to you. If you can handle it, absolutely. For me, I need to lay low. I need to stay away from the sugar for a while until I, feel like I have more control. So diet is everything. Make sure that your diet is on point. So figure out what you want to do. If keto's not for you, then figure out what is for you. Whether it's just clean eating right, adding carbs into your diet, good, healthy carbs. If that works for you, then great. If you want to do something more strict, like paleo, more clean, then, do that. Great. But if you want to hop on the keto train and you really don't know what to do, then I suggest you talk to your doctor first, but do some research. Do research on the keto diet, see if it is right for you, because it is definitely working for me. Tip number 3, fasting. If you guys haven't added fasting into your life, you are missing out. Again, talk to your doctor first, but intermittent fasting really has changed the game for me in so many different ways. And I do intermittent fasting 18-6, which means I fast for 18 hours and then I have a 6-hour eating window where I follow the keto diet. And I drink only coffee and water. I do a dirty fasting. I do not do clean fasting, which means that I do add stuff to my coffee. As long as you keep it under 50 calories, you're in the dirty fasting zone. And that's what works for me. I don't drink black coffee and I don't want to drink black coffee. So I do add almond milk and French vanilla nut pods into my coffee, which is so good. Links are in the description if you do want to check them out. But intermittent fasting really has changed everything for me, not only because of the diet part of it, not only because it restricts my calories, but because it helps me gain control. It helps me gain control over the foods that I eat, when I eat them, and control is everything for me right now, because food has always had control over me. When I'm getting stressed, because I'm a stress eater, I am an emotional eater, when I want to grab something, if it's my fasting window, I can't. So I am left having to deal with those emotions, and that is so important for me for this recovery. If I want to overcome this addiction, then fasting is helping me do that. So highly recommend adding intermittent fasting into your daily routine, because it really has changed everything for me. Tip number 4, change things up when your weight slows down. I have preached this through my entire journey that, whenever my weight slows down, or if I start to gain, I'm going to switch things up. I'm going to shock my body and try something new, because I want the weight to come off as quickly as possible. A few weeks ago, I was on the struggle bus with my addiction, and I started to gain weight. I gained like 4 pounds after my cheat day. And so what did I do? I did the keto egg fast. I had to change things up. I had to restrict my body. I had to shock my body and trick it, make it start working again and start fighting. And so that's exactly what I did. So that is a huge tip. If your weight has slowed down, or if you're just not losing weight, you need to change something up. Something needs to change. And so that's where you really have to experiment with you and your own body, because everybody is so different. A lot of people can have up to 50 carbs a day, and still lose weight. I personally cannot. I need to keep my carbs at 20 net carbs or less a day, or I won't lose weight. But then sometimes even 20 net carbs is too much. So if my weight starts to slow down, I will go, with the all meat diet. I'll go carnivore for a little while and just eat meat, eggs, fish, and dairy. Like I will just do that for a little while, shock my body, make it work again, and then I'll slowly, gradually start to add carbs back in. And so this past time I did the egg fast, and I lost 8 freaking pounds. So it works, shock your body, wake it up, and you will start losing again. Tip number 5, forgive yourself when you mess up. You are human. Obviously, you're gonna mess up. You're not perfect. We are all imperfect, and we're all going to screw up from time to time. But I feel like we just get on ourselves so much and we make ourselves feel so horrible about screwing up that, if you have a food addiction, what are you going to do when you feel bad? You're going to turn to food again. At least that's, my routine. That's my history. And so it's like a vicious cycle. I do horrible on my journey. I feel horrible. I turn to food. I make myself feel temporarily better, but then I have so much shame and guilt that I just make myself feel more horrible after that. And then I turn to food again. And it's just this vicious, horrible cycle. Forgive yourself. You can mess up. It's okay. You have to forgive yourself and then get back on track and know that you are worthy of this. But you do have to forgive yourself. You have to know that it's okay. It is okay sometimes to mess up. It has to be okay. We just have to learn from it. Number 6, log your food. It is so important to know what you're eating. At this point, I have done keto so many times that I pretty much know what I'm eating, what I can eat, what I can eat. And I track my carbs more than anything. I don't really track my fat. I do make sure that I get enough protein, but I just try to make sure that I'm 20 net carbs or less. That's what's important to me because that's what's going to help me lose weight. I don't hit my fat macros. Sometimes I don't even hit my protein macros, but I always make sure that I am low carb. I am 20 net carbs or less. And a great way to do that is to track your food. If you are new to keto or if you're new to whatever diet you're doing, it's so important to know what your body needs and track your food. Know what you're eating. There are, especially if you're keto or if you're low carb, there are hidden carbs in everything. So you have to be careful. Carb Manager is what I use, but I've also used MyFitnessPal, and those are two really great apps that have really helped me track my food, know what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body. If you know of any other apps that you use to track food, leave them in the comments below because I'm sure they may help someone else out as well. Number 7, don't trust your own vision. Okay? Have you ever lost weight and you felt so good and you felt thin and you felt beautiful and then you step in front of the mirror and you feel disgusting and you look disgusting to yourself? How many times have you done that? I can't even count how many times that's happened to me. Don't trust your vision. You have demons inside your head trying to throw you off track, trying to make you believe that you are not beautiful, reminding you that you're not at your goal weight yet and that you still have so far to go. Kick those demons out of your head and know that you are rocking this, okay? You may not be where you want to be yet, but you are on the right track and you will reach your goal if you don't give up. My demons in my head, they can bite me. I'm just saying. Speak positivity into your life, into your mind. Speak affirmations of love and kindness toward yourself because it's so important to love yourself through this journey. You are so worthy of that love. And when you are feeling low about your journey or feeling like you're failing, and if you have come far, but you're not yet where you want to be, then I hope you took before pictures. Where were you before? How far have you come? Even after I had my twins, I got back up to 291. I felt horrible about myself. I felt disgusting. And I couldn't believe that I had gained all of that weight. I mean, it was just insane to me. But you know what? I was 374 at one time. That is what I should focus on. That's like 80 pounds. I was 80 pounds lighter than I was at my highest weight. No, I wasn't where I want to be, but I wasn't where I used to be either. So you got to focus on that. Focus on those before and after pictures. Focus on how your clothes are fitting. Focus on the NSVs, the non-scale victories, because those are what's going to keep you going. Tip number 8, take measurements. And this is super important because taking measurements is going to help you on those weeks where the scale is just being stupid and not giving you the number that you want. So taking measurements will allow you to see your body shrinking, and that is never a bad feeling. So always make sure that you do take measurements. That is what I have done. And when I'm having a bad week, I take measurements. The week that I had a bad week, I took my measurements on my belly and I had lost another inch from it. And so that just helps me. That keeps me going. It reminds me that this is working. And even though I am stuck in a bad place, in my journey, I just have to keep going and I just have to push through. Tip number 9, focus on consistency, not perfection. We have to be consistent in our journey. And that doesn't mean that we're not going to mess up. Obviously, we're going to mess up. Like I said before, none of us are perfect perfect. We're all going to screw up. What's important is that we consistently get back on track. We are consistent with our journey. Every single day, I am consistent with my journey. I am consistent with my diet. I am consistent with my fasting. Focus on consistency and not perfection, and it will take you even further. Tip number 10, keep yourself inspired. So I watch a couple other girls on YouTube that inspire me, you know, people that I can relate to and their journey, and I'm seeing them lose weight. You know, if you can relate to me, if you are inspired by me, watch my videos, allow me to continue to inspire you to stay on track. If you find someone else that you can relate more to, watch their videos and just keep yourself inspired. Read books, pray, you know, do something that's going to help motivate you and keep you inspired, because that has made a huge difference for me too. And when I'm feeling kind of down in my journey from having a bad day, you know, I'll watch one of their videos and it just lights a fire inside of me. It lights that, it puts that spark back, especially people who have reached their goal that were at my weight when I started. And so they've done it. So, you know, and that's why I wanted to create this channel, because there are a lot of people out there who have been overweight or obese their entire lives. That's me. I have been obese my entire life, and I want to overcome that. I want to reach my goal, but not only reach my goal, maintain it and stay there forever, stay at a healthy weight forever. And I want to inspire those out there that have been in situations like me, you know, that are trying to lose weight and that have just felt defeated. You know, you truly can do this. And I want you to watch me, because I am going to do this. And I know you can do this as well. We can do this together. So keep yourself inspired. Watch those people that inspire you and motivate you, and just surround yourself with that kind of positivity and inspiration. Number 11, get an accountability partner or a support group. We are never meant to do this alone. It is so important to do this together. My mom and I are actually doing this journey together. She is rocking her journey over there as well. We're both doing keto and intermittent fasting, and it's just fun because we get to do this together. When we find something out, we share it with each other. When we have a bad week, we confide in each other, we vent to each other. And when we have a huge weight loss on the scale, we get to celebrate together. And so it's so important to have an accountability partner. And if you don't have anyone, join a support group. I have a support group on Facebook called The Shrinkables. The link is in the description if you want to join. It's just a community filled with people who want to lose weight, who want to do this together, who do struggle all the time, but just need people to understand, you know? And it's just really important. It's really important, especially on those bad weeks, those bad days, that you have someone to talk to. So, and you can always find an accountability partner within that support group as well. So if you haven't yet joined my support group, the link is in the description. Tip number 12, final tip, keep going and never, ever give up. I know what it feels like to give up. I want to know what it feels like to not give up. You know, that is my history, giving up. I talked about it in my food addiction video a couple weeks ago, that was a turning point for me, because when my addiction comes back into my life, when I wake that monster up inside of me, it does something to me, not only physically, but man, mentally. And I struggle so much with getting back on track that eventually I give up. It's just too hard. It's too hard. It is hard, but it's not too hard. You can do this. And if I can overcome it, you can too. I promise you. I have had these addiction demons inside of me for years and years and years. And oh man, it's time. It's time to be cleansed of the demons. I'm telling you right now. And this journey is going to be hard. It's going to be long, but it's going to work. I'm going to get to my goal, but not only that, I'm going to overcome these demons inside of me. And I'm telling you right now, you can too. You just have to keep going, keep getting back up. Never, ever give up. Again, guys, if you ever need me, never hesitate to reach out to me. I am just a message away. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, join my support group, send me a message. You know, if you just need someone to talk to that truly understands how hard this is, I am always here for you. All right, guys, that is my results video. If you liked it, please give me a like. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn the bell on for notifications, and leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. And I guess that's it. I don't think I have anything else to add. So remember, guys, you are so worthy of the life that you dream about. You just gotta work at it. I'll see you at the next video.